Hey guys, welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Today I've rented a 2020 Durango. We're gonna have it for a couple days. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna look at some of the features and maybe you'll decide to rent one. So let's go. All right, let's have a closer look at some of the features of the 2020 Durango GT. This one is equipped with a 3.6 liter V6, 295 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque. You can get a few different engine options. You can get a 5.7 liter, and you can also go up to a 6.4 liter. That one will deliver 475 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. As is, this one has a towing capacity of 6,200 pounds. The seating capacity is for 6. This one has an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is standard, I believe, on all the trim levels. This one is all-wheel drive, which is what this 4 logo stands for. We have the 20-inch painted wheels. The driver's seat has lumbar support. This one has a feature called Park Sense, which is a parking assistant, essentially. All right, let's have a look at some of the scenery here in the prairies of Saskatchewan. Gas mileage on the 2020 Durango GT with this 3.6 liter V6 is 21 miles per gallon, 18 in the city, 25 in the highway. All right, here's our road noise test. I'm at cruising speed about 120 on the highway. It's not the smoothest highway ever laid down, but it's not too bad. I've made a few phone calls and they sound pretty good. Had to turn the volume up to about a little over 3/4. But I'd say it's about average in performance. So if you're making a lot of phone calls, listening to music or podcasts, the road noise is there. But I wouldn't want to drive much faster than this. I definitely hear more of it. Right now it is minus 20 Celsius out, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly. Just gonna pull out the remote here and open up the back hatch and try not to freeze. That's why I'm leaving the vehicle running. So 2 clicks here. And we have the hatchback opening. We got the button there to close it. And I can push it again to open it up. Got the 12-volt adapter there. We got some storage underneath the floorboards here. Quite ample actually, not bad. Some tie-down straps, another little cubby. If this video feels a little bit rushed, it all has to do with the weather outside. You got the fold flat seats for the 3rd row. Let's just have a look at the passenger side. I'll close this. In the passenger rear side, we got our back seats. Flip the headrest up there. Check out the legroom. Pretty tight. That's my driving position there. This passenger seat's in the same spot, and it's similar, and I'm 6 feet tall, and knees just about touch. Back here in the controls, we have heated rear seats, which is fantastic. We've got our regular home-style house plug there. Maybe a laptop charger, that type of thing. USB ports and vents for the rear on the floor and up, and you can adjust it in between. So here's those vents here. Got our courtesy lights, our temperature controls for the rear, and some baskets in the back of the seats. Leather seats with plastic backings. A little bit of styling on the trim here, or styling on the door panel, I should say. And yeah, quite a bit of headroom. Not too bad. Don't see any cup holders back here. We do have a little tray in the door, but no spot for a cup holder. Oh, right here. Right in the armrest. There we go. I once took a Durango with my wife from Montreal, Quebec, Canada to New York City to Washington, DC. Philadelphia was one of the stops as well. And the Durango did flawlessly. It was an enjoyable drive. Here's the passenger side. Same cubbies in the doors, a little bit of leather trim here. The rest is all hard plastic. These seats have cloth inserts. They're heated, of course, and pretty plush leather trim. Partially power adjustable. You can't adjust it with power for the back, but you can adjust the height of the seat forward and back with some lumbar support. Inside we do have our cup holders. In our console we have decent storage. We've got a little cigarette lighter adapter in there as well. USB ports up front. Another 12-volt adapter there. Glove box. Pretty small screen. Our controls in the headliner here. So we got our garage door openers to be programmed. We've got our sunroof or moonroof controls, courtesy lights, open and close the back hatch. Compartment for your sunglasses. Visors with lights. All pretty standard stuff. We have our push start. The only thing I noticed about the infotainment system is because this is a smaller screen, I believe there's much larger ones available with navigation. This model has a very small touchscreen, and these buttons, when you're driving, it's easy to push the wrong thing. Do have sport mode, eco mode, auto start stop, our parking assist, warning on and off, traction control, all your climate controls. Pretty straightforward, nothing out of the ordinary there. On the steering wheel, you have all the controls you'd expect. You have your cruise control. You have volume on the back here, plus you have your manual shifter for gear up and gear down. And on the left side, there's buttons on the back for turning your track up and down or changing radio stations. And then this here navigates all the menu systems in your gauge cluster. You have your hands-free, start and stop your phone calls. And these buttons on this one are just dummies, but on higher trim levels, they would have functions. So that's that. On the driver's door, we have our seat memory positions, all the controls for the windows locks and mirror adjustment. We have tweeters up here. The defrost is in the pillar, which is nice, so it thaws that out nicely. Field of view is pretty standard, no blind spots. And we do have the driver's perspective as so. We have our washer and signal adjustments here. But yeah, that's the Dodge Durango. All right, that's the 2020 Dodge Durango. Not a very long and thorough review, but from a renter's perspective, I think it hits some of the main points. Acceleration is more than adequate. It has all the power that it needs. Lots of cargo space if you're doing a longer road trip. Average comfort. The seats after a while, maybe aren't as comfortable as some of the others out there, but it's definitely above average, especially for being kind of a mid-sized SUV. It definitely checks a lot of the boxes. But that's it. That's my opinion, and hope you liked the review. Hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, but I got to return this vehicle. We'll talk to you later.